have a problem. I am one. I am one atheist activist. Just me. Sure, I have a few places I go, a few people who I associate with. I love them all. They're great people. I only associate with the people that I like. With that being said, I have to say that there's a lot of things that I don't like about a certain group of people who didn't find the blasphemy challenge to be something that we thought it was, that I thought it was. This entire idea that the blasphemy challenge was too harsh, too, what was the word? Extremist? The fact that we would actually come out and deny the existence of the Holy Spirit bothers people. Doesn't really bother me, and it seems like I would be the one that would be bothered since it's my soul in question. The part that bothers me is people who claim to have the same value structure that I do, and they come out saying that it was too extreme. The enemy of my enemy is no longer my friend. The enemy of my enemy is now seemingly my enemy because of hypocrisy. The hypocrisy I'm speaking of is when someone will say that the blasphemy challenge was too extreme, that taking these videos of people denying the existence of the Holy Spirit is too radical, is too harsh, is too mean. And then, prior to this, they forget that they're the ones who throw these happy-ass little parties on Friday the 13th, wanting people to come in and free themselves of their superstitions, walking under ladders and breaking mirrors. So, here we are explaining the fact that the Holy Spirit and your very own soul is nothing more than a superstition, and evidencing that fact by cursorily dismissing them as just that, superstition. But it's okay for people to have giant gala parties in Philadelphia, to have we need a party to celebrate the fact that I don't believe a mirror. I don't believe that when I break a mirror I get 7 years bad luck. I should celebrate that fact. So I'll have a party and invite all my friends, and we can all play our little dress-up game, and we can show up and break a few mirrors and, practice idolatry by worshiping ourselves and our whole idea about life, because we all share the same belief structure. We all share the same values. We're all humanists. Oh, you know what? Here, buy a clue. We're all humans. Oh, yeah, that's right. We're all humans. Yeah, we all lack a belief in a deity, any deity. Yeah, that makes us atheists. So we're all atheists, and we're all humans. Yeah, I don't see a problem with this. The part that I see a problem with is when you start setting yourself above other people because you think you're special, when you think you're bright, when you think that you are more humane than anyone else, when you think that your purpose is greater than anyone else's purpose, when you think that you are more righteous than someone else. And then suddenly you change your mind and say, oh, you know what? Well, shucks. I didn't know the blasphemy challenge was going to be so successful. I should just join them, But first I'm going to talk bad about them. I'm going to say that, it's not the way I would do it. And then I'm going to say, oh, but I would absolutely love to join you. I'm not going to do a blasphemy challenge video, and I'm not going to like put myself out there for anybody, because I'm a humanist. I'm someone who has to have a new label because that atheist label, that gets such a horrible connotation in today's society. So I'm going to have to relabel myself. Well, go ahead, relabel yourself, but just disconnect yourself from me. Really, you wonder why I don't spend $40 a year on a tabloid rag with no color on it. You wonder why I don't give money to organizations to have their little superstition parties. Instead I prefer to channel my money and my efforts to people who are actually doing something worthwhile and have been doing something worthwhile. But when you've been there with somebody for a while, and then somebody already says, oh, gosh, they're successful now, I need to join them. You're piggybacking on their success, and at the same time you're bad-mouthing them for the way that they've done things. So, oh yeah, they're successful, but I wouldn't have done it that way. Well, you know what? If you wouldn't have done it that way, you wouldn't have been successful, just like you haven't been successful. Labeling yourselves with these new happy-ass labels is divisive. Every time a new denomination in the Christian church is named, it divides the church. Every time you add a new name to yourselves, oh, well, I'm a secular humanist. What the hell is the difference between a secular humanist and a humanist? I haven't figured this out yet. Why do you have to add that extra label? Oh, well, can you be a spiritual can you be a spiritual humanist? What the hell? So, this has been probably my most frustrated video. I've been very, very frustrated because here I am. I'm confronting religious hypocrisy every day, and now I have to confront non-religious hypocrisy, and there's a real problem there. So, if you're going to speak bad about the efforts of the Blasphemy Challenge and the affiliated people, because I'm just one of those people, but if you're going to talk bad about 1,000 people who have done this, maybe you could tell me when the last time 1,000 people showed up for a superstition party. Maybe you could tell me the last time when you had 4,000 hits a day on your website. Maybe you could tell me when you had 120 new posts in 3 hours during the daytime. Maybe you could tell me exactly what you are doing, because from my perspective, the only thing that it seems like you're doing is piggybacking on the success of people who know what the hell they're doing, and that just makes you look bad, and that's all it's going to do is make you look bad. So you can respond back to this, you can apologize all you want, and it's not going to make a damn bit of difference in my opinion. So this humanist video stuff, I'm an atheist. Whether I'm a humanist or not, that's not for you to decide. It's not for me to decide. I'm just an atheist. I'm a human that's an atheist. I don't need your group. I don't need your affiliation. I don't need to do a humanist video stating my values. If you want to know my values, you can ask me. If you want to know anyone's values, you should be able to ask them. But if you're going to align this entire group of people, when 100 men stand together, each one loses their mind and gains a new one. That was Friedrich Nietzsche. So I'm not doing a humanist video. This will be the last I talk about it too. I'll avoid all the posts because the people I do support are going to support you. And I'll continue doing that. In fact, when they get the gold membership going, I'll up my PayPal subscription to them. But I'll be doubly damned in hell before I give you people a dime, just for the simple fact that I don't support hypocrites.